Good morning, friends. And in this video, I'm going to be reviewing the essential basic techniques for the left hand. And for those of you who are new to the channel, my name is Bernard. Thanks for coming. All right, let's start with the left hand warm-up, which is the beginning of a major scale. And we'll just play it on each string. Keeping in mind, we want to keep the fingers close to the string all the time, putting them down, picking them up. So I'll do on the D string. You notice I start with my fingers over the strings, wrist straight, thumb in the crutch, staying back. Now we can also vary the bowing. We don't have to always do one stroke, one note, one bow. We could do two. I know this is a new coordination for new players, but I think it's easy to do. We call it a slur. Now we take another, it's a second slur. You, of course, could do more notes under that same slur, but this kind of an exercise, I really emphasize to my students to play slowly, to make the intonation as pure as possible, and just give time for the ear to get to know these pitches. Speaking of that, you should also, as you're playing this, be conscious of the names of the notes. For example, we play A, and then we play B, C sharp, D, and E. On the D string, we play D, E, F sharp, G, and A. On the G string, G, A, B, C natural, D. And on the E string, E, F sharp, G sharp, A, and B. So I should make sure it's clear that every time I say A or B, we understand it's A natural and B natural, as opposed to C sharp, C natural, or C flat. Those are our three possibilities for every note, every single note. It could be B, B sharp, B natural, B flat. Okay. Let me put my bow down for a minute. I want to present a concept to you that we have a violin with the strings, and there's a bunch of notes on every string from beginning all the way from the bottom all the way to the top. And of course, when we stop the string, we're always making the pitches higher. So from down here, that's the lowest pitch, and these are the highest pitches. And in between, there's a whole bunch of notes. There's things even called harmonics. which we could talk about another time. When you play Paganini, you play lots of harmonics, so you get to know them very well. But the concept I want to share with you is about what I call the grid. That this note here, without playing it, we'll know that's an A, that's a B, that's a C, that's a D. And so it goes all over in what we call first position. But we play in many, many positions. We talk about up to fifth position, first, second, third, fourth, and fifth position. And then even above that, we play notes, but we don't actually talk about the positions. So it doesn't matter. We know this is D. It doesn't matter what finger I put on that. I could put a second finger. I could put a first finger. It's still D. This is D here. That's D with the first finger. About here, somewhere about here, that's another D. I could put a fourth finger, a first finger, whatever. Just so you understand, there's a grid of notes. Like, for example, if we split the distance on the G string somewhere in the middle, that's another G. That's acoustics. Over here, middle of the E string, that's also an E. It's an octave higher than the open string. So just think, as you're playing, just be aware. There are notes, and we generally just know pretty much where they are. And the more you play, the better you get at knowing where the notes are, and you can just pick them out. The last thing I want to share on this video is that my favorite curriculum for starting students on violin is a book called Strictly Strings. There's 2 volumes. Actually, there's 3, but I only use the first 2 volumes. And I will be sort of following along, letting them guide me as I'm sharing more and more of these basics. And I'll even occasionally, if you want to get hold of the book, it's available on Amazon. Maybe it's online, but I'll suggest, maybe, well, on this page that I'm showing you this exercise and what the reason for this exercise is and how we do it to best advance our skills. There are many curriculums that I use all the way through advanced, including all the etudes. The intermediate etudes would be from Wolfart, and we use after the Strictly Strings, we use Suzuki materials and Barber materials. So, and of course, I've recorded many of all these things. So anyhow, hopefully this video is helpful to you today. And if you like it, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. And have a great day, and we'll see you on the next video.